Car design is supposed to be a mix of engineering, art, and vision. But sometimes, something goes wrong. Over the decades, car manufacturers have produced vehicles that were innovative, bold, and unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. In this video, we're looking at the 10 ugliest cars ever made. Some were design experiments, some were budget disasters, and some were simply ahead of their time, maybe too far ahead. Let's begin. Fiat Multipla. We have to start with the Fiat Multipla. When it launched in 1998, it shocked the world. The strange double-layered front end, with headlights placed at different heights, made it look like two cars fused together. And yet, underneath that controversial exterior was a surprisingly practical family car with incredible interior space. It may be one of the ugliest cars ever made, but also one of the most functional. Pontiac Aztek. The Pontiac Aztek is often called the poster child of bad automotive design. With its awkward proportions, heavy plastic cladding, and confused front end, it looked like three different ideas combined into one car. Ironically, it later gained cult status thanks to the TV show Breaking Bad. But at launch, it was considered such a design failure that it contributed to Pontiac's eventual downfall. Nissan Cube. The Nissan Cube, especially the late 2000s version, embraced asymmetry in a way few cars ever dared to do. One side window wrapped around the rear of the vehicle, while the other didn't match at all. Its boxy shape and unusual rear design made it look more like a moving appliance than a car. Still, it developed a loyal fan base who appreciated its uniqueness. Chrysler PT Cruiser. The regular Chrysler PT Cruiser was already divisive. But when Chrysler decided to remove the roof and turn it into the PT Cruiser convertible, things got worse. The proportions became awkward, the rear looked bulky, and the structural compromises were obvious. It tried to be retro and modern at the same time, and didn't fully succeed at either. Reliant Robin. The Reliant Robin is a three-wheeled British car that looks unstable even when parked. With only one wheel at the front, its narrow body and tall shape made it infamous for tipping over. While technically designed for tax advantages in the UK, its appearance and questionable stability made it a legend for all the wrong reasons. Toyota Prius. The early Toyota Prius models were revolutionary for hybrid technology, but design was clearly not the priority. The unusual wedge shape, narrow tires, and overly aerodynamic silhouette made it look more like a science project than a car. It became a symbol of environmental awareness, but never of beauty. BMW i3. The BMW i3 was a bold step into the electric future. But its tall, narrow body, tiny wheels, and unusual two-tone panels made it look more like a concept car that accidentally entered production. BMW focused on lightweight materials like carbon fiber and sustainability, but the design divided opinions immediately. Some saw innovation, others saw a rolling experiment. SsangYong Rodius. The SsangYong Rodius is often ranked among the ugliest cars ever made. Its rear end looks like an entirely different vehicle stacked on top of the front. The strange roofline and disproportionate shape created a design that many people simply couldn't understand. It was large, practical, and affordable, but rarely admired. AMC Pacer. The AMC Pacer from the 1970s looked futuristic at the time, but in a very unusual way. With its bubble-like glass area and extremely wide body, it resembled an aquarium on wheels. Although it was innovative in terms of interior space and visibility, its exaggerated proportions made it one of the strangest-looking cars of its era. Tesla Cybertruck. At number 1, controversially, is the Tesla Cybertruck. When it was unveiled, people weren't sure if it was real. With its sharp angles, stainless steel body, and polygonal design, It looks like a vehicle rendered in low-resolution graphics. Some call it revolutionary, others call it unfinished. Whether you love it or hate it, there's no denying it's one of the most polarizing and visually shocking vehicles ever created. Beauty is subjective, especially in automotive design. Some of these vehicles have been misunderstood, others are experimental, and still others simply haven't hit the mark. But sometimes the ugliest cars become the most memorable. Now it's your turn. Which of these cars do you think truly deserves first place? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more controversial and unforgettable top 10s. See you soon.